kinds of
Maybe they want
reasons.
some money.
There's all kinds of reasons.
Okay, everything you're giving me tells me it's not comparable.
That's your opinion.
Why would you buy a house for $100,000 more if it is comparable? It
I
doesn't make
don't know if
sense.
it's worth 100,000, but that, isn't that 18, is that how?
Yeah,
Okay, and you probably got the priest view to that, 18 folks, the priest thing, it's worth 100,000, it may have been to them, it wasn't to you.
well then
There's your reason.
it's not comparable then.
I don't think you understand the concept of mass appraisal. I really don't.
I
I mean,
think,
because
well,
this is.
I've got one other thing to point out about this, and then I'll let these folks have been waiting to go. About this one right here. It was appraised at $263,000 2 years ago. They bought it for $350,000, and guess what happened? Y'all jacked up what they're paying it on, and now you match exactly the sales price. So if the sales price goes up, you go right up to the price they paid. Sales price goes down, you go, we're not going there. That's what happened. It was at $263 2 years ago. They paid $350 for it, and now it's at $350.
But what she's telling you, the mass appraisal, when you got sales like this that average 103 to 180 foot, the legislature says, hey, appraisal district, you're gonna go out and put 103 to 111 foot. That's mass appraisal. That's what we're saying. You're right. Now, we've lowered a lot of subdivisions. If we got foreclosures in there, now you've got 3 foreclosures in your sub. If there was more than that, yeah, we've got to include it in our valuation, and we do. So we've lowered a lot of values this year because of foreclosures, or maybe not because of foreclosures, because the market's going down in the sub, we'll lower it. So we do include it in there, but now when you've got 3 foreclosures or REOs in your sub, 109, 100, you're 60. So once you grind them in, then what does that do? That's what you're saying. So that's what they're saying with us. You make a good point, but when the sales tell us this is what we got to do. You're right. When it sells for $350, are we going to raise it? You bet. Not just one, the whole thing. And here it is. And you can look at every one we got them valued. That's what we got to do now. From today until this time next year, if we get foreclosures at $200,000, you're going to have a case, or anybody that comes here and appeals it. Hey, I've got 8 foreclosures in there at $200. We're going to have to lower it. So go ahead.
And that could happen. I don't know what's gonna happen.
We don't know.
But we have to react to what the market tells us. So he's right, we're gonna raise it, or we're gonna lower it, based on the sales.
That's true. He's got that right.
And we understand that.
Yeah. We're an unbiased review now. We are not part of the appraisal district.
You're appointed by it.
I'm not, I have nothing to do with it. I don't even know these guys. I do not even know them, no.
You don't know?
No.
He was here 2 days ago.
I just met
Well,
him.
we know them, but
I just met them.
I mean, we've worked with them. Yeah, some of us for quite a while.
We're an unbiased review panel. We listen to both sides and try to.
Who appoints you?
The appraisal board.
And who appoints them? Or how do they get their jobs?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth. I
Well,
think they're
fine.
appointed.
Chief appraiser, could you answer that?
Yeah. Who
The
does?
taxing entities have
Okay.
some voting.
Yeah.
So you're appointed by people who,
Who set the taxes?
Yeah.
We're trying to run a bag, and I don't know if
I know,
that has
I
anything
know,
to do
but
with
that's,
it.
yeah.
Well, I understand what he's saying about the two-story and the 3 dozen, but I think it's already reflected because he's
I
not,
think he's so old already, yes.
and he's on the golf course.
I mean, yeah.
Well, after we decide, and I don't know which way we're gonna decide, one way or the other, you do have, you can go further up the chain.
yeah, I know.
And I guess what's bothering me, you've got an appraisal that we're not gonna hear anything about, which you don't have to, but that's sort of, it looks like you've got your low figures.
He knows what he's for.
He's not me,
I know.
so,
You're the ones that are making a decision
Yeah.
today. You're presenting a case and they're presenting a case, and we need to.
and you've come up with some good
make a
points,
decision.
but again, it would seem to me, if you can dispute their figures with your appraisal, you'd be using it, I don't know. But, the appraisal, you hired him to do it, and then,
Well, I paid for it because the lender requires it, because they want a false sense of security that they're gonna have an asset if the home gets foreclosed upon.
okay,
But the appraiser has a motivation to overappraise the property. If they randomly
No.
If I can explain myself, I'll be
Listen,
happy.
I am married
Go
to an
ahead.
appraiser, and I can tell you that is not true.
Okay, if the appraiser just does their best to appraise the house, 50% of the time it's gonna be above the sales price.
Are you
At
aware,
50
that according to Texas law, they can't even know what they need
Yes,
to find
Yes,
in that?
50% is gonna, 50% of the time it's gonna be above the sales price, and 50% of the time it's gonna be below the sales price. When you have an appraisal below the sales price,
Then generally the sales price is
then
adjusted.
there's gonna be problems, and you can't have problems on 50% of the contracts allocated.
I've seen
So
a
they-
lot of
they do a
sales
nice-
adjusted.
It's about 10, anyway.
I've seen a lot of sales that
I'll
have
make
been
a motion
adjusted.
that we uphold the value of this.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to uphold the value of this house. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. We think it's fair.
Very fair.
You want any of this back?
No.
Thanks for coming in.